Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Extraordinary Expletive. You got your boy J Dubs on the mic over here.
Kenny G's on this side. We have Atticus over here. Quick shout out to Alex Rio, who told me last night that she has listened to every single episode every week that it comes out. So we will be sending a free T-shirt your way. Atticus,
What's up, man?
DJ, tell us your story.
Well, the story goes back. That's for sure. What would you like to know? Where do you guys want to begin?
Well,
it's good to see you, by the way.
Yeah, man. It's been a while. I appreciate you stopping in.
Yeah.
We've been trying to get this going. I know last week we had some scheduling issues, and
Yeah.
we're here now. So this is what I'm excited about.
I'm here for it.
If you guys do not know, this is the man, the myth, the legend himself. This is Adam Atticus Jones. I've known this kid since I was like fucking 13. He's kind of a piece of shit. Like, can you tell? Like, look at him. You know what I mean?
little bit.
No, man, no. We love to bust balls here, but dude, I've seen you start out with like electronic shit since 15. Like,
Yeah.
you've got a tattoo of Tiesto's signature, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Back in 2008, yeah, that was the one of the first DJ that I went out to see in Cleveland, and I was into autographs. I was definitely into this autograph thing.
Yeah.
So it happened. It ended up on me. So he was always a huge inspiration. Still is, of course. Back when we were still in high school, the EDM bandwagon kind of didn't really come over to America yet. So
Yeah,
I was
we were late bloomers for sure.
hanging out in my room, banging out weird sounds that people thought I was probably really strange for, and now are very curious about now.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah, and I like that it's now come to like our area. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never expected to see hell like you do a lot of shows with the Syndicate group, and
Yeah, Flow
The Flow?
Syndicate. Shout out Flow Syndicate.
and that's in Youngstown, correct?
Well, one of the venues that we've been throwing flows at is in Youngstown, and we've actually done it at the New Manhattan. We've done it at Brutus when Brutus was still around. R.I.P. Brutus. Sure
F.
missed that place.
Can we get some F's in the chat, please, for Brutus?
Yeah. Brutus downtown Sharon, we miss you guys. We hope to see you guys sometime.
They
again.
said on the internet that it wasn't it. They didn't know
Yeah.
if they were done.
Yeah,
So
but yeah, Sharon, Youngstown's giving us a home. Hubbard's giving us a home. The Flow Syndicate has been one incredible launching pad for not just myself, but a lot of other local DJs around. You mentioned the location and this type of music coming to this area. It was always kind of here. It wasn't really known. Just mainstream and whatnot has really made it known a lot more. One of the really cool things about this area, though, is you're at a really good center between Cleveland and Pittsburgh. So you get kids from both areas, you know what I mean? And not just kids, of course, adults too. I'm an adult myself. But
Yeah.
the vast majority of people that you see, the range of people you see is actually incredible. You meet people that are young, you meet people that are old, all ages. So it's really cool.
Now, Kenny, I don't know about you, how much you're into the EDM scene.
See, this is why I was kind of excited to have him on, because I don't know a lot about it. Like, whenever you were like, we're having a DJ, I'm like, you mean like DJ Khaled? Like, he's gonna come in here and be like, we the best people.
Another one.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I do that? I probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah, another one. Yeah, I don't know.
Another one.
He probably just made like $5,000.
But like, that's why I'm torn, because whenever I think of the type of music you're talking about, I think like Benny Benassi, and I also
Yeah.
think like The Prodigy.
Right
and I'm
on.
like, is that what your sound really is?
I play all kinds of genres.
Okay.
I love all kinds of genres. Mainly that hard hitting dubstep is what it's all about
Yeah.
lately these days. Anywhere you go, you're gonna hear dubstep, trap music. Not anywhere you go, but anywhere in the scene, any type of electronic show, you're usually gonna hear that unless.
Yeah, dubstep took over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First, it
Yeah.
was all drum and bass shit.
Sure.
A lot of trance, a lot of house, and then like dubstep hit the scene. It was like a fucking
Yeah.
wildfire.
Yeah.
I still remember the first time I heard dubstep. I was like, "What the fuck was that noise?"
Yeah, man.
I
It's
was
just
like,
that bass drop.
yeah,
It's a
but it's like a
feeling.
modulated bass drop that just kind of goes in one ear, fucking like massages your brain to orgasm, and then comes out the other side, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
If you
That's
listen
it.
to oh Jesus, I can't even think of the name. Zed's Dead.
Yeah.
They have a song called "The Beginning," and
Yeah.
it starts out, and the guy's just like, Yeah, and he goes, oh, that's unexpected.
That's unexpected. Yeah.
And I was like, that's it
Yeah,
right
no,
there, dude.
absolutely. I've used that in recently in a couple sets of mine.
Yeah?
It hits.
Yeah,
for sure,
wobbles
yeah,
are nuts,
yeah.
man.
You take people out of the element of headbanging and bring them somewhere else for a second. Oh.
Yeah, everybody just kind of you stop and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I have to say too, I mean, you're talking about the scene itself. I've been to a few shows, and the thing I love about it is it's not like your stereotypical like a concert. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The like you're talking about the age groups, but like I mean like the cliques of people.
Yeah.
I have never seen such a mass like variety
Yeah,
of
absolutely.
people at a show before. Like I went to
Yeah.
I mean not extremely EDM you know, but definitely techno influence. But if you listen to Die Antwoord, you
Yep.
know I went to their show, and I mean there were fucking like rave chicks there with the fuzzy boots.
Oh, yeah.
There were
Yeah.
like metalheads. There's like black people. There's Mexican people. There's
Yeah.
Asian people.
Yep.
There was like just so many different groups. I was like,
Yeah.
everybody's into this shit,
Yeah,
man.
that's.
You know?
I mean, that's the beauty of it. I mean, the collective of people is kind of what makes the magic of it all. To be honest with you, you mentioned like when we were talking about dubstep, like a lot of metal kids, a lot of punk kids, like went from rockers to this now, just because it's currently not saying that metal and rock ain't doing its thing. It sure the fuck is, but. In terms of my world, like a lot of the dubstep kids that I meet, they're also rockers themselves.
Okay, guys, give me 1 second here. I heard that you are a little hard to hear, so I'm going to turn you up.
Cool.
Okay, go ahead.
Shout out whoever mentioned that. Hope
was,
you can hear us a little bit better now.
My wife and Danny Bauer there.
Nice. What's up, Danny?
Yeah, man, we got 8 viewers on right now, so that's pretty sweet. We also wanted to mention too, if
Thanks
you
for
guys
hanging out, guys.
at any time have any questions, please shoot them out.
Yeah,
we'll do a
definitely.
little section here where we can actually talk about it. So let's get started, man. So like, okay, obviously like Tiesto, like how did you get into doing what you're doing right now?
Sitting in my room watching YouTube videos of European DJs, creating an energy for people that I just had to know what that was about. I mean, it was kind of like when I started breakdancing when I was younger. I mean, I saw it and I'm like, God, I need to know about that. I gotta get into that, and I did. But trance music was always a first for me. I always really enjoyed trance music just because it was more of a feeling music than any other music was for me, and it let me kind of go somewhere else, in the chaotic world that was around me, just like music does for other people, you know what I mean? Just no matter what you listen to, but it really would put me somewhere deep, you know what I mean? And it would make me dream. It would make me happy. So trance music's really what started it for me. And then I started to discover dubstep. Skrillex came out with his EP, of course, which just introduced everybody.
Yeah.
I
I don't think there's a person in the world who doesn't know who Skrillex
Sure.
is.
That's the thing too. Is I think people give Skrillex all the shit, but he was what introduced the world to dubstep.
Yeah.
Well,
And to go from first to last to that, you know what I mean?
I wish I
Yeah.
could see from first to last, but I can't now.
he sure made it popular for over here. They were doing it in London, you know what I mean, like before he made it popular and whatnot. But what he's done has really, and this was over a decade ago, so it's been really cool to go from the way it's been, the way it was then to how it is now. It's incredible. You got shows like Lost Lands that are too far away. Right in Thornville, Ohio. How cool to have the bass capital of the world like 3 hours from here.
Yeah. That's
I think it's incredible. But yeah, trance music, going back to what you were asking, trance music kind of started it all for me. And then once I started doing gigs around here and whatnot, like it really started the dubstep and the trap music and all that. And a friend of mine, we kind of sat down and started talking about it. We were already doing these parties and these get-togethers in woods and in basements of houses and whatnot. And we were kind of like, why not give a name to this? Why not kind of just start putting this out there a little bit? And that's how the Flow Syndicate kind of started out. And
That's really cool, actually. I like
Yeah, well, one of the coolest things about the Flow Syndicate is, I mean, we never charged admission. We've been doing it for years, and we never ask any money. Obviously, that's really hard to do, you know what I mean? But it's been incredible, and we've had a lot of DJs that had their first shows with the Flow Syndicate that are off doing all kinds of parties in other cities and doing really cool things for themselves right now. So for me personally, that's been one of the coolest things, is just to be able to see the transformation of some people, you know, really kind of going for something that they want and really what they believe in, and actually seeing them achieve that and give them a platform and an opportunity, even if it's just a, you know, hole in the wall bar around the local area. You know what I mean? It really means the world to some people, and even to me to this day still, you know what I mean? Every time I go and do something, like, I put my all into it as much as I possibly can, and it's a really cool thing.
Yeah, I mean, that goes the same with like regular bands and shit too. Excuse me, sorry about that. But yeah, like, I mean, I don't care if you're playing for, you know, 5 people or, you know, 300. You're still playing for somebody, and it means something to you, so it's sweet.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, like, what did you do, I guess, first to start mixing? I mean, did you just grab, like, a sampler and start kind of fucking around, or did you, like...
Yeah, when I first started mixing, I got a little Gemini controller. I paid, like, $100 for it on eBay, and I think Virtual DJ was the first thing that I started mixing around with and whatnot, and then eventually I went to Tractor, and Tractor's still my go-to in terms of like putting mixes together and whatnot. I'm all fucked up. Like, I organize my music in iTunes, I mix them in Tractor, and then I play them out in Rekordbox, which is a little ridiculous, but it works out. But I love mixing. Like, to me, there's just absolutely nothing better than being able to grab 50, 60 songs that you think are going to go together well in some way, and put them all together in a way that you can just give people one hell of an auditory experience, and just I don't know, kind of get some shit out, you know what I mean? You know what it's like to go to a concert and start headbanging and moshing and just kind of raging out, as they say. And for me, I do it for, like, when I make mixes, like, I make them for myself, and obviously everybody out there is in mind, but just to see the reaction that you get from people when you spent hours and hours on end and days on end, you know what I mean, figuring what song needs to fit perfectly after this one and how you're going to blend it into that one. And I mean, I think it's incredible. I do it.
Yeah, and that's really popular too. There's a lot of times where, like, I'll be driving on a Saturday night and I'll just have the radio on, and they'll be like, "We have DJ request."
Yeah.
And then, like, someone will come back, "Yeah, can I hear Achy Breaky Heart?" And someone's like, "Yeah, can I hear Bohemian Rhapsody?" And you're like, "All right, let me mix those two together."
All right, yeah.
And I think that's really cool how they do it. I mean, I don't know. I guess I sound like a bitch there, because there's a lot of times where I'm like listening, I'm like, this sucks, but
no, yeah, no, a lot of times it does. I'll tell you, like,
it's hard too. No,
yeah, it sure is. Like, just like when I'm searching for music, like, I go through. I mean, for every one good song that I'll find that I want to use into my mix, I'll go through like 20 or 30 ones that I don't really prefer. Right. You know, and I don't know. I'm real particular when it comes to picking my tracks in the mixes that I play and whatnot. Very, very particular.
Something that I don't really like is whenever people talk about DJs, like when they have, like, their guy that's playing on a laptop, like, he's just like hitting a few buttons. And I'm like, yeah, but there's more to it than that, because he has to find, like, the right beat, and then he has to find, you know, there's more to it. Because I mean, DJing goes back to when you had Muhammad from, like, A Tribe Called Quest. Like, he was their DJ. He just spin the records and stuff. Yeah. And Phife Dawg used to be the hype man. Then they became like a foreign rap group. And it's kind of been where the DJ himself is now the artist. And he's the one putting it out there. Yeah. So how do you feel about like what goes into the process of mixing everything? Like, do you have to, like, put a time signature? Do you have to, like, slow things down?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, it's all about BPM. Not all about BPM, but BPM, beats per minute, is definitely you know, one thing that helps put the mix together easier for yourself. But I mean, me personally though, like, it'll all just start with a feeling. I'll get a feeling, and I'll try to figure out exactly how I want to speak this, you know what I mean? And a lot of times it's like a bad feeling, not necessarily a bad feeling, but like, you know, I'll be dealing with shit in my life currently, and like it's just kind of like a bleeding out process, you know what I mean? Like I got all this heavy music and all these like crazy drops, and there's these uplifting feelings, you know, followed by these heavy drops. I mean, it's an incredible bleeding process emotionally for me, especially when I'm up there playing. And I mean, anybody that watches me play, I mean, you can kind of see that. You know what I mean? You can kind of see that in me. Like
Right.
I change in some way when I'm playing, whether I'm in a corner at a bar, or whether I'm up on a stage in a cool city. So
What's like the biggest audience you've ever played in front of?
I don't know, to be to be honest. In front of, you mean?
Yeah,
Or like
when you're up on
uh-huh.
stage, like what's like the most?
Oh, I really don't know. I mean, you never know who's in the crowd. You
Right.
know what I mean? So, I mean, everybody is just so damn cool, though. I mean, to be honest, like I always get good feedback, and people are straight up with you though too. Like if there was something that you know could be critiqued on a little bit, you know, they'll tell you. You know what I mean? They'll, you know, hey, that one part where you did this or that one part where you did that, you know what I mean? Maybe, you know, and I appreciate that. Like everybody needs feedback. Like you can't tell somebody they're you know, they're good every time, you know, and then they start to think a false thing about themselves.
Right.
And that's one thing I never really did. Like a lot of the DJs that, you know, would play for the Flow Syndicate and whatnot, like, you know, I'd kind of tell them, you know what I mean? Like do this or do that, or, you know, I'm always willing to give some advice.
Not to interrupt. I just wanted to say I do see an issue here with. I think it's just on the OBS. For some reason, your mic isn't showing up as well. But on everything else, I mean, you look at your bars.
Yeah.
You're number 3, the purple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're huge there. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So there may be an issue going on through our actual, I don't know, streaming software there, but. Everything's good on our end, so I do apologize if it's coming out weird. It might be a bitrate issue there.
Yeah.
But just to let you know, too, we had a couple questions here.
Right on.
Alexandria Rio also said, Kenny! I just figured I'd let you know that. But let's see. We got Jonathan Kane. He wanted to know.
Do you want Adam to speak into this one? Since he's having the issues, so he can answer questions.
if you want.
Yeah,
It's up to
yeah.
you.
You mean to switch?
Yeah,
we'll
just,
we'll go
All right,
real
word.
quick.
switch seats with
Yeah,
him there.
yeah. You can take that headset. You can keep that headset. I'll take this one.
Will it reach?
All right, we're going to play musical chairs here for a second.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Okay, we're fixing it, guys. We're fixing it. We've all heard Kenny before,
All right,
right?
cool.
Right? You guys can hear Kenny. Okay, so Jonathan Kane, he said he wanted to know
Rogue.
what are your favorite producers and your favorite local artists?
My favorite producers and my favorite local artists. Jonathan, that's a hard question, and you know it. And you know
He
it.
said, cough, cough.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say favorites. All the locals are my favorite. I love all you guys. I don't know. In terms of producers, Ray Volpe is always been one of my favorite producers. I mean, Excision, of course. Tizoki. I mean, just to name a few. I mean, like I said, I can't name favorites. I cannot name favorites. And the local guys. Shout out all my local guys, of course. You know, Dr. Goo, Rogue Red, Kinda Dope, Yak. I mean, there's so
Wonder.
there's so many.
The
I mean,
safest
there's
ledge.
just so many.
Oteris?
Oh, shit. They actually got 155 votes earlier on the
Plinko?
on the list there. You just finished Kenny's drink?
Yeah, I did. And I didn't fucking mean to.
It's
It's
okay.
okay.
It's all good. Just,
Thank you. Appreciate.
yeah, can we get a refill
We
on
switched
Al-9?
the chairs, but not the drinks.
Yeah, that's it's our mistake there.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah.
Well, so my big question too, like Kenny had brought it up. He said, you know, DJs aren't really musicians; they're just playing off of a laptop. Now, obviously I could tell you take a
I
little bit of
didn't.
offense.
I
to
didn't
that.
Terrible.
say that. I said that that's what people.
Terrible.
That's people.
Yeah, he did say that's
Yeah.
what people say.
That's
Yeah,
their
I'm not
mindset.
saying that's what
No,
he
I
said.
don't-
But
You
I was
did
gonna
say
say
it's what I said.
like, how do you feel? What would you say to somebody who would say that? Like, because from my personal experience, I've fucked around on
Yeah.
on a sampler and stuff,
Sure.
and to have the timing, you know what I mean? It's a lot like playing
Yeah.
drums, man. Like
Yeah.
you literally have to like do something. Like whether or not you're not playing an instrument, you're literally taking something that's making sound
Yeah.
and then putting it into a musical aspect.
Yeah,
you know?
trying to, go up there and do it, and don't keep that flow, and just bomb it, and look at that audience's reaction. You know what I mean? Like your heart will drop in your stomach. You know, like you said though, it's timing. Like you know what I mean? You got a certain flow, and you got a certain vibe that you're creating when you're playing out to people, and like you got to capture them with that, and you can't bomb it.
Sorry, Danny Bauer said, "Oh yeah, this is great. Fuck Kenny." I appreciate the feedback. guys. I appreciate
Appreciate. Go fuck
I mean,
yourself.
it's not DJs just don't DJ on laptops though. Too. I mean, not everybody can afford $5,000 to $6,000 to go out and buy CDJs, which are like the big flashy things that you see most people playing in clubs and at big shows and whatnot.
And those are the ones with like the turntable.
Yeah, they got like
kind
the
of-
computer screen built into it. I mean, they're super expensive. I mean, there's always this like talk, whether you're a controller DJ or whether you're a CDJ DJ, and at the end of the day, like if you do this for the right reasons, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like if you're good, you're good. It shouldn't matter what you choose to use. You shouldn't get categorized or anything like that. I mean, there's all kinds of huge DJs out there right now that don't use CDJs. I mean, they use their laptops and they use, controllers. Why? Because they like it, they enjoy it. It's comfortable to them, and it's what they fuck with,
Okay, so basically, you guys heard it here first. If you guys think that DJs aren't musicians, go and try
Well,
and do it yourself.
Yeah, I mean that's what I say. I mean, go. It's not that it's hard. It's anybody can DJ, but it takes a person to be a good DJ, I guess. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I encourage anybody to go and try it out. It's fun. You know what I mean? Like, and controllers are inexpensive these days. You can get one for a couple $100s.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that what you started out with? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, a small little Gemini controller I bought for $100 off eBay, and I learned your basic fundamentals, you know what I mean, and eventually I could afford better, cooler things, and I just kind of upgraded to I had CDJ 1000s, like the Pioneer CDJ 1000s, like back in high school days and whatnot, and then I got a Tractor S8. Which is made by Native Instruments, and I mean this thing was ahead of its time. Like they didn't have any platters on it, they didn't have any jog wheels, so it was.
Okay, you're gonna have to inform me. What are platters and what are jog wheels?
they're the plastic discs on the top of the turntables
okay,
that you
okay.
see. That. So they were missing them, and then instead of them, they had like this touch strip. You know what I mean? And so that was different, but they had the waveforms built in right on the screen, like I don't know, the whole controller is just way ahead of its time. So I used that for a long time, like in 2016, up until like I don't know, like 2018 or whatever. So. But yeah, no, I mean, I use a DDJ 1000 right now, a Pioneer DDJ 1000, which is a controller, but I mean, everything that's built into it is just like a pair of CDJs. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, like you can't, like everybody can't afford $5,000-$6,000 for two CDJs and a mixer, but the companies, they build them in a way that the technology is kind of similar in a compact form that is more affordable.
Oh yeah,
to people.
like I mean, like
so.
I told you earlier, like the amp in the background there. You know what I mean? I picked that up used for $300. Fuck yeah, I'd love to have
Right.
a $2,000 setup, but
Yeah.
I can't afford
Yeah,
it,
and
and
that's
that
just-
sounds good for me. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
absolutely,
But
and that's just the reality of it.
I
you know
haven't
what I
noticed
mean?
anything. I mean, I've been to 3 of your shows now, and every time I've seen you play live, it was badass. You know what I mean?
He would. Jordan, quit calling me.
Look at this! Look at this!
Yeah.
Oh man.
But
yeah, I've never noticed any sound quality issues. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
everything came out
no.
great. I
Yeah.
thought it was sweet as shit, and
Yeah.
that was one of my first times actually going to like
yeah.
I mean, I went to like a little kind of like EDM party in
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, and then I went to a couple shows. You guys did the Halloween party out on
Yeah.
East 8th Street.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
holy shit! I mean, the cops got called. It was so fucking loud. You know what I mean? Like, so that's
Yeah.
that sound, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's dubstep for you.
There's something about it. Yeah, I don't know.
Dubstep for you, man.
I never thought I'd see a crowd of people
Yeah.
like moshing almost
Yeah.
to electronic noise. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
like mind fucked.
It's
Oh,
just
no,
really
yeah.
weird to like, because I remember whenever EDM was like brand new, like you're talking like 2011, like it was brand new in the States, and you're like, holy shit. And then,
Yeah.
then Korn got really big into it in fucking 2013. You had Korn
I remember
Step,
that.
and then like, and now here you are where like it's not a big deal anymore because it's normalized. Like
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
normal now.
Sure.
Like you could just drive
Yeah.
down the street and hear somebody bumping fucking the new
Right, but
new
like,
slam.
Sure.
you know, 8 years ago, it was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is this?
It's
Yeah.
a whole
Who the
new-
fuck is playing a fucking modem? Like,
Yeah.
who's doing that?
It's a whole new world. I mean, I've seen a lot of people start, going to parties and whatnot, and it literally creates a whole nother world for them. I mean, they create a fellowship of friends, you know what I mean, that lasts for a long time, and it's like a family in a way. So,
I will credit
really
you
cool.
with getting me into like more EDM, because whenever we first started this podcast, you're like, yeah, have you ever heard of this? I'm like, is this Prodigy? And you're like, nah, it's something else. And then now like it's just like that's like the normalized like elevator music now. It used to be like, okay, we're gonna have this jazz piano just playing in the background. Now I'm like, where's that like?
You walk in, he's like, bah, 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 bah,
Yeah.
bah,
Yeah,
bah.
I'm like,
The
okay,
whole elevator's getting
Yeah.
fucking
Right,
down,
yeah.
dude, but the floors are going up. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. Yeah, I don't know, man. I really respect your art form and what you do. I really like
no, I think what you do is hard as shit, and I respect you for being.
it can be physically like when you're not only a DJ but like when you set up sound and you set up lighting and you
that was gonna
promote
be
the
the next
event
question.
and you organize the DJs and just it's a lot. And then by the way, the show's free to get in. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's physically draining. It really is. I mean, and I work 40 hours a week as an IT, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? So like balancing that and balancing DJing and throwing shows and all that, like it gets to be pretty damn exhausting.
Yeah, because before I did this with Josh, I did a short YouTube series with my friend Jake, and the guy who was going to give us our opportunity on iTunes, because he did all the streaming and stuff, and he was like, yeah, I have all these high tech cameras and stuff,
Yeah.
like a lot more than we have here.
Uh-huh.
He was like, I quit DJing on the side because I was just tired of like doing it.
Sure,
He
man.
just got tired of doing it because that was just so physically
Yeah, some
exhausting.
people get burnt out on it, man. It's the grind. It really is. I mean, you got it's called a grind for a reason. I mean, it's just you're gonna have so many hills and valleys. You definitely got to keep grinding. I mean, at the end of the day, though, like I've been passionate about it for quite some time. I mean, me and you've known each other for a while, and like this has been a part of who I am for quite some time, and it's been really special to me that I could share it with so many people around this area. I've made a lot of cool friends, and it continues to roll on. I mean, above all, like bringing it around here was really cool. Like, I mean, me
Yeah.
personally, with the situations that I had going on for myself in life, like I couldn't like hop in a car and go here and go there, and no problem. Like, got a bunch, I ain't got money for that shit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like, I brought it here, you know what I mean? And it like didn't become huge or anything, but it happened, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of cool people that are out there doing their damn thing right now because it happened here, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I'm really looking forward to continuing it and just this place being like an epicenter between, like Cleveland, Pittsburgh, I mean, even Buffalo, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
there's a lot of big cities, and we're right
Sure,
here.
we're
on,
right here in the
I mean,
center.
we're halfway between Chicago and New York City.
Yeah,
Sure.
It's
Yeah.
still a
We've got-
6-hour
we've got
drive,
all
yeah.
the
but,
fucking
like-
highways right there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You can hop on
And,
80
like-
in 5 minutes.
And
you
like one
know?
of the biggest things that I want to point out is like there's a lot of people like when they hear the word rave, like it's like, oh shit, you know what I mean?
There's
Yeah.
a bunch of people
There's
doing
a
Molly
bunch
and
of
just
shit
fucking
associated
spraying
with
glow
that.
sticks on each
But like
other.
at the same time, like that's like anywhere you fucking go. You know what I mean? Like I go to metal shows and I see people tweaked out on all kinds of fucking shit and
Oh,
drunk
yeah.
as fucking piss. You know what
I was
mean?
15 at Ozfest watching Black Sabbath play, and these guys hopped the seats in front of us and turned around and asked me, a 15-year-old, "Hey man, you got any weed?"
Yeah,
I was
right.
like, I'm 15.
Yeah, no doubt, no
Fuck
doubt.
you,
The-
guy.
Yeah.
My
But
first
no, why? Do you got any?
Yeah, right. Yeah, the people that go to EDM shows, like they're I don't know, man. They're spiritual. You know what I mean?
So do you feel that's a really bad stigma? Because like I mean we
Yeah,
kind of
oh,
talked.
yeah. I mean,
with
it's about to
Plinko
be
that.
2020. You know what I mean? Like, get
Yeah.
out of your stigma. You know, you know what I mean. Embrace the stigma. I don't know. Like, go out and give it a shot. Like, there's so many people that have come out to a flow night and watch DJs and watch people burn, you know, stuff, and they end up finding like, wow, like this is really cool, and it's actually nothing that I thought that it was. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how old you get, man. I mean, we all got to play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter how old you get, what you do. Like, we all have to play somehow, some way, and I think that's really, really important. Especially the way life is these days. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, all
people
work and
kill
no play makes
themselves
Jack a dull
constantly
boy.
these days because they can't handle fucking shit. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like, I get it, man. Like, I fucking get it. But, you know, to go out there and to continue to have an outlet, you know what I mean, that really makes you feel a part of something. I mean, for me personally, has been such an important thing for my life. You know what I mean? And I love it.
So I think, I mean, you'd mentioned, you know, you couldn't go here, you couldn't go there, so you brought it here. I feel that you said, you know, it did get huge, but from me following you, I noticed that it's definitely gotten you a lot of opportunities.
Sure.
For instance, a buddy of mine, Bear Bridgham, he does promoting and all that, and
Yeah.
he had promoted a show in Newcastle called Shipwrecked.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
He did a thing where, I'm just, you know, stating this for the fans here, but
Yeah.
he did a thing where they had a side stage, and they wanted a local DJ to come on and play.
Yeah.
And everybody sent in all these mixes, and everybody voted for you. They're like, yo,
Yeah.
that's dope. And you were the spotlight on that. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
cool as shit. Like, I got goosebumps thinking about it.
It was
Like,
really exciting.
that's
I mean,
like the battle of the bands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
You
I
won.
mean, it was, well, I got second, you know what I mean? So, you know, but still, like, it felt like first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It really did. And shout out him. Yeah, shout out Bear for sure. I mean, Shipwreck was a really cool experience. And it was kind of a time that, like, I had been DJing for so long. I mean, in people's backyard, just doing it for fun and whatnot. And, like, my
Tony
friends
Fest.
really, yeah, Tony Fest, of course, in the backyard and whatnot. And, you know, like, it got to a point where they're like, man, like, you need to, like, start doing stuff more other places and, like, just start putting yourself out there more and whatnot. And, you know, I did, and it really kind of became something really cool. So,
Yeah.
and I couldn't have done it. Like, I did not do it by myself. Like, I couldn't have done it without everybody that has collectively helped out along the way and continued to support the scene, support the, you know, electronic music, and just continuously trying to get people to come out and enjoy themselves, you know what I mean, in a different type of way.
Yeah, and like we talked that with Chris Eaton, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He told us, you know, he'd never performed before, and we're like, well, dude, like,
Yeah.
you know, come try it out. You know,
Sure, yeah.
You're not going to be performing for anybody but us.
Yeah,
You
man.
won't be live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you fuck
gotta
up, we'll
start
delete
somewhere,
it or
bro,
something.
yeah.
And he really liked it. You know what I mean? And we got
Yep.
a lot of really good feedback. We're like, yo, that kid's
Yeah.
voice is nuts. And he's like telling us at work, like, man, thanks guys. You know,
Yeah,
like, that's
yeah.
really cool. Like, I got people in Georgia telling me, like, hey, like, I
Yeah.
saw your show, man. That was awesome. It's like,
Yeah,
you know, get out there. You put your name out there. Let people know. 'Cause
I
then-
mean,
sure.
I gave him like the information to like contact people. I don't know if he ever did. I know he hasn't played yet, but I don't know if he ever did. Which is a shame because Chris Eaton was really good.
yeah. And like, I mean, we're
That's
not,
awesome.
we're not, you know, stroking our own chain here, but like, we are definitely in the loop with people who play shows
Yeah, yeah.
and do stuff. So like, when we bring people on, like, that's what we want to do. I don't know if I ever told you this,
Absolutely.
but like, our whole sole purpose, we said, like, when we started this, is we want to bring music back
Yeah.
to our scene. Like, we want to breathe that life back into
Yeah,
it.
it's
'Cause
important, man.
we said, you know, when we were 15, 14, I could go to Sharon Fire Hall, I could go to Curtis Street, you could go to Chestnut
Yeah,
Cafe,
I
you could
remember,
go
yeah.
to all these places local and watch a band play, and now it's like it's just getting drove further and further
Yeah,
away.
and it fucking sucks, man. Like, it really
I like how
sucks.
you said, you know, hey, you know, all this shit's so far away, like, let's bring it here. Like,
Yeah.
dude, like, we have the
Yeah,
venues. Why aren't
absolutely.
we doing this? you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. I mean, we have the city too. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
right now,
Like,
I mean, Youngstown's a huge mecca for music.
sure. Yeah.
There's a lot of bars over there. What do we got?
Cedars.
Cedars.
Cedars is huge for like the punk rock,
Yeah.
punk rock
what-
and the metal scene.
West Side
Yeah.
Bowl.
It warms
Westside
my
Bowl.
fucking heart to see it happening, man. It really
Yeah.
does.
I apologize for returning some DVDs.
That's all right, man. Just make sure you don't get any late fees.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's our code word for bathroom.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. So if you ever have to return any DVDs, just feel
Oh,
free
all right,
to.
nice. What
to
kind
go
of
do
what kind
so.
of DVDs?
I don't know. I feel like he's really into like Backdoor Sluts 9,
Oh,
Backdoor
shit.
Sluts 8.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he wants me to mention that he's into the guy on guy stuff, but I feel like that might be
Okay.
something that he's definitely watching.
Right on.
But I don't know.
Hey man,
I'm
it's
not gonna say it.
2019.
Yeah, right, right.
About to be 2020, whatever. I ain't gonna judge.
Yeah, you can't judge that at all, man.
No, not at all.
So how do you feel? I don't know. Like when you go up there, like because one thing that we talked. Trevor Moreau, with Plinko. He's
Shout out Plinko.
yeah, right. Plinko getting that fucking
Fucking love Plinko.
Northeast Ohio favorite band vote.
Yeah,
but
right.
he told me Trevor's an awesome bass player, and he plays and
Yeah.
stuff like metal, prog metal shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But he told me he went and seen Pigeons playing ping pong play, and he said just the way the crowd reacted to the music, he was like, I want to play music like this.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, do you get that feeling like watching
Yeah.
people out there, like while you're
Yeah,
up there?
absolutely. Like not just with dubstep music, but there's been a lot of cool times where I've been in the middle of the woods at like 4 a.m. and I start dishing out some really cool trance and house music, and you just see people transform spiritually.
Yeah.
Yeah. After you're done playing, I mean, they're all running up to you and thanking you for just I mean, I don't know, just thanking you in general,
Yeah.
and like you get it, like you ain't got to talk about it much, like
Yeah.
you get it, it's a feeling, you know what I mean? They walk up to you, they got the smile on their face, I mean, they're just giddy, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you could tell you did something for them.
Yeah.
And like to me, that's one of the coolest things that comes out of this. I mean, just that type of feedback and the fact that I could just do something that I love doing and give somebody an auditory experience like no other that elevated them, or even perhaps just made them completely fucking forget about their bullshit in their life for that moment. You know what I mean? Like that's really important.
Yeah.
If you can do that for yourself without drugs, like that's what's up.
Yeah, dude, that's sweet.
Yeah.
So ATAKUS, how did that come about?
So ATAKUS,
Now I don't know if you know, not to interrupt, but like that used to be an old
Yeah.
compilation album that
Oh.
that Mark had done from Blink-182.
Oh,
the
really?
ATAKUS albums, he used to get compilations of bands together, but it was ATICCUS.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Completely different.
yeah,
Like, when I
that's
see
how
that
it's,
spelling-
that's how it's actually spelled.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I looked at that and I thought of like Ataku, like thinking kind of like
Yeah, that's exactly like originally like I don't know how many, it was a while ago, but like I was standing on a path in the middle of Nelson's Ledges at like 3 or 4 in the morning with a good friend of mine talking, and we were just bullshitting, talk about TV shows that we all like and whatnot, and we talked about that one show Spartacus. And I was like, dude, you like Spartacus? He's like, oh, I fucking love Spartacus, and we were enjoying ourselves and get talking, and I'm like, isn't it weird how like everybody's like at the end of their name it would be like Ickis or something like that, some
Yeah.
type of Roman fucking whatever. Everybody had a similar type of name, and we were like, wonder what ours would be, and like we started kind of giving each other whatever we thought, and then he came up with like Atacus. He'd be like Adam Onicus or some shit like that, So like it was Atacus for a while, and then I had like done some research when I started to get like serious in terms of like DJing out places and whatnot, and like kind of putting a brand to like DJing. You know what I mean? I looked it up and realized that Ataku, or how did you
Ataku.
Ataku. Okay, so that was like a slang term for like somebody who's real big in anime. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So like I just dropped the O and added an A.
Okay.
Is what I did, yeah. And like a lot of people would often tell me, like when I would play trance music and when I would play house music and whatnot, I would tell a story to them in a way. And I had read somewhere that Atticus was like kind of known as the storyteller of his time, so I was like, whatever. It just fit. Plus my name starts with an A, and it was like, all right, cool.
that's fucking
I'm gonna
dope,
go,
man.
I'm gonna go with this. Yeah, and I wanted it simple too, like and drawn out and long. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's-
It works. I like it.
Yeah, that's
Other people seem to like it.
Doesn't roll off the tongue like DJ Adam, but I dig with it.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
Yo, what's up? I'm DJ Adam. Dude,
DJ
your name
Adam?
is Jeff.
Yeah, right,
whatever,
yeah.
bro. Fuck
How
off.
serious can we take you? No disrespect to any DJ Adams out there, by the way.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's really cool. I like that came
Sure.
from that. You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
I don't know. When I seen you play at one of the Tony Fests, and you're on your board, and like you have this little button, and it was like ATAKUS. And I was
Yeah.
like,
A little one-shot sample, yeah.
did he just do that? That was fucking sweet. Like,
Yeah.
I was super excited about that.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
hit that. I try to hit that, and like us DJs, we like a lot of the DJs I know, we all got our own little one-shot,
Yeah.
You should if you're a DJ. Fuck. You should.
So if Kenny had a DJ name, what do you think it would be?
It wouldn't be Kenticus, that would be for sure. 'Cause
Kenticus.
that doesn't-
Cunticus?
Kenticus.
Oh, God.
DJ Kenny G sounds
Yeah,
good.
yeah, that's
DJ
good.
Kenny
DJ,
G.
yeah, Kenny G on the beat,
Yeah.
Yeah. I could hear it.
Yeah, I was spinning it back, bro.
Kenny
You know
G
what I'm
on
saying?
We'd have a little saxophone intro whenever I come in.
Yeah,
you
it'd
know.
just be George Michael.
Like-
And then like it'd just go into this crazy.
Yeah.
What would
crazy
your
drop.
DJ name be?
I don't know. I'd have to be like DJ Two Dicks or something like that. You know, something that
Okay.
really rolls off the tongue.
All right.
Alright.
Yeah. Right.
All right.
One
Yeah.
ball and 2 dicks.
Yeah, Josh and the Four Skins.
Oh my god.
You know,
Okay.
that was always gonna be my band name, but I
Yeah.
just didn't think people would take me seriously. You know? So I just I chose something different.
Just go with DJ Girth.
Yeah, DJ Dirk. Yo, man, his fucking drops are thick. Bro.
Yes.
So what about like turntable shit? You ever get into scratching?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Of course, I'm nowhere as good as some of the DJs that I know, but yeah, I like scratching.
Okay, because I've never seen you do stuff like that, and
I
I feel like it's a dying art form. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, there are people doing it consistently in their rooms, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's just you
There's
don't
a
fucking
guy
see it
I'd
out
really like
unless
to-
you're in a bigger city. You know what I mean?
There's a guy I'd really like to get on. It's my friend Kevin's mutual friend. His name's DJ Fingersmith.
Okay.
And that's all he does is just straight
Yeah, man.
records, man.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Like he's just got the old school switchboard.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
and
for sure.
Like I was like, what? Like, yo,
Yeah.
I thought this died in 1994.
Yeah,
Like this is
no.
cool as shit.
No, a buddy of mine, Jimmy Mack, man, up in Cleveland. Like he spins vinyl all the time.
That's
He's-
nuts,
and
man.
he's fucking dope at it, bro. He's dope at it.
Yeah, if I could learn one instrument, it would be
mean-
how to spin vinyl, because that's like a thing where like that people who know, they know. So when we start spinning, they're like, "Holy shit, that guy's good," and
Yeah.
everyone's like, "The fuck is he doing?"
Yeah. DJ Lethal,
Right on.
bring it on.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, is the DJ or the producer, or the artist, or whatever you want to call them, are they entertaining you? You know what I mean? Are you entertained? You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what gear you're using, whether you make music or not, or whether you make mixes or not. You know what I mean? Like, are you entertaining?
Yeah.
Are you giving people a good time? Are you
What-
enjoying yourself?
What
you know?
show was it talking about like Spartans and shit? I think it was Gladiator. He walks out and he's like,
Are
Yeah,
you not
exactly.
entertained?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a powerful moment, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've been
You mix in a
I've been doing
drop
that
and
at work.
it slams, you know what I mean? And you see somebody just kind of, just drop to the damn floor in the crowd, you know what I mean? And you kind of have that look like, "Oh, you're not entertained." You know, it's a powerful vibe, you know?
fuck yeah.
really
You're
cool.
just in control of people's feelings with a button. Like,
Sure, I mean, yeah, well, lots of buttons.
Yeah.
Lots of buttons. But yeah, no, I mean, it's cool. I think that's one of the biggest reasons that a lot of people become DJs and or just, want to make it a hobby, is because they see that and they're like, I want to feel that. I want to control that vibe. I want to orchestrate that in some way, somehow. And it's awesome. It's really cool. It's powerful.
So, I mean, what about lighting? Because that was another big question I wanted to ask.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's the big thing I feel with like DJs.
Well-
Like, you need to have like the perfect like lighting.
Sure. I mean, again, though,
and
like,
music effect to.
mm-hmm,
You're like, all right, we're gonna build this up, and then when
Yeah.
it drops, it's like the lights drop down.
That's a
and-
whole nother department, man. I tell you, there's guys out there that do lighting, and while you're playing, you know what I mean. They monitor the lighting, they monitor the sound, and again, like especially like the local scene around here. Not everybody has a bunch of money to throw down on a bunch of lighting and program it and whatnot. But me, personally, lighting is always very important.
Right.
It's always very important no matter what type of
I
music
mean,
you're playing.
even away from the whole DJ EDM scene, like even with any band I've ever seen, if it's dark, they're trying to have this lighting that goes along with the music.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely.
Stage shows are huge.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, whenever I
instance,
saw August Burns Red, they had like a strobe effect going on for
Yeah.
one of their songs.
Yeah, with the blast beats and shit.
Yeah.
And like the
Yeah.
whole time you're like having a seizure.
Well, the
like, holy
shitty part
fuck.
was we were my friend lost his shoe, and we were trying to find it. So like
Oh, that's
there was
always
this whole
fun.
strobe scene, and we're like, we're looking for a shoe, and like the whole pit like broke up and started looking for the shoe.
That's pretty remarkable.
And they were like, here it is, and I'm like, no, this is a ladies size 7. We're looking for a Converse size 12.
That's a friendly pit. Usually, people wouldn't part the seas for a shoe.
Yeah, yeah. Usually what happens?
your
Yeah, I've never
shoe.
seen anybody part the seat.
Oh, no,
but
they put-
No,
they
not
usually
for-
just
yeah.
hold it up. Somebody
Right,
holds it
yeah.
up, and then it just gets.
I do that
tossed.
with cell phones a lot after shows.
Yeah,
like
that's-
everybody, like
that's
the lights
really
will
nice
come
of
on, and
you.
I'll just stand in the middle like this and just hold up the cell phone until somebody walks up to me.
Yeah.
There's always someone like, "Oh my god, thank you.
I was at Rock
welcome.
on the Range one year with my buddy Shane Middendorf, and he had dropped his phone, like, in the pit, you know what I mean, at
Yeah.
in the arena, and we were like, holy fuck. We walked out, went to go get a drink, he realized it's missing, we come back in, and the band had just stopped playing, so we're like looking around all on the ground, and this guy's like staring at us all weird, and he's
Yeah.
like, "What you guys looking for?" And Shane's like, "Oh, I dropped my phone."
Can you describe it?
That's exactly what he
Yeah,
did. He's
yeah,
like, "What
yeah.
kind of phone is it?" And he's like, "It's a Galaxy S6." And
Yep.
he goes, "Is it this one?"
Yep.
He's like, "Yeah." He goes, "All right, cool, man. Here you go." And they gave
Yep.
it back, and like
Hell
the
yeah, man.
screen wasn't broke. It was amazing.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But I find, aside from, you do run into some shitty people at shows.
Oh, of course.
But
yeah.
there's always a good-hearted person who's
There's
like,
a lot of love at EDM shows, man.
Oh,
I'll tell
man.
you, like
It's
you
with any
you
shows.
get bad eggs, that's for sure. But there's a lot of love at EDM shows.
It's with a lot of like any show, because the first time I ever went to a metal show, I was scared to get in the pit. And then on my last metal show, I'm like, yo, the pit's fun. If you fall down, someone will pick you right up. It's not a big
Right
deal.
Hell yeah, that's an
Right up, dude.
unsaid rule, man. You fucking
Yeah,
pick
somebody
their
goes
ass
down,
the
you pick
fuck
them right
up.
back
Yeah,
up. And
man.
it's not even you're down there for long. Like, I've
It-
hit the
no,
ground,
but,
and
like-
before I smack my chin, somebody's picking me up, and I'm
Right,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, am I flying?
Yeah. I
Like,
can-
did I just die?"
Right, yeah, yeah.
You know?
Like,
There have been
shit.
times that I haven't even oh, never mind, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Like I questioned, did I just bust my head off the ground, or did he pick me up really quickly? Not that I didn't even feel it. Like, thank you.
and I feel that's what's so good about the metal, well, not even the metal community, but like the music community as a whole, is that when you go to a show, everyone's there to enjoy the music. They're not there for
Yep.
anything else. They're just there to enjoy the music. Yeah, some people just use it as a reason to get all fucked up. Like the first time I walked to Mayhem Festival, it's 1:00 in the afternoon. I walk in and there's a guy wrapped around a light pole puking his guts out. I'm like, all right, this guy
Nice.
was here to get fucked up. But
Yeah.
then there's other times that like you just go there and people are just there for the music.
Yeah, man.
And it doesn't matter if it's country,
Yeah.
if it's EDM, metal, rap, it's whatever. People are just there for the music. And that's why I love music so much, because
It's a collective.
it's something
You're
that
all there for the
brings
same
everyone
reason, yeah.
together.
You're all there on that. You're all there about the ride, the same vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like standing on the edge of a
fucking.
fucking beach and like watching a wave coming for you, and you all got your boards in your hand, and you're like, all right, I can't wait for this fucking drop to come in, because I know
Yeah,
what
dude.
you're gonna do, and I know what I'm gonna do, and this shit's about to be fucking crazy.
Nobody knows what that guy's doing, and I'm kind of
Yeah,
nervous,
that
but
guy's-
fuck it, dude. Let's go for it. It's
That
gonna be
guy-
sweet.
Guy's wrapped around a pole puking, but whatever. Nobody
Oh,
told him
man.
it's a marathon, not a race.
Honestly, I had an experience with Mayhem too. I walked in and there's this guy drunk as shit, and his wife kept trying to get him to like leave, and they're standing at the front gate, and the lady's denying him entrance. He was already in there, got drunk as shit, got
Yeah.
thrown out, and he's trying to come back in. He's blacked out, didn't remember. She's like, "Sir, you can't come in. You need to go over there and wait and sober up, and we might let you back." He's
Yeah.
like, "No, I'm here to see Korn. I'm coming to see Korn.
Right.
I got my tickets.
I'm on a mission.
I need to come in."
Right. I have a right.
And they're like, "Sir, you can't come in." He's like, "Listen, I'm gonna see Korn," and like he was like really adamant about it.
Yeah,
And they're like, "No," and like his wife's just like, not trying to get backhanded, so she's like, "Come on, let's go, come on."
That's going to be us this summer. One of us is going to be like, I'm here to see Korn, and the other one's going to be inside the venue,
Yeah.
wrapped around a pole puking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm here to see Korn. Meanwhile, we're at like a Justin Bieber concert.
Yeah.
How the fuck?
Yeah,
did we
see at
get here?
EDM shows, you see people wrapped around poles making out with them, not puking everywhere.
One of the funniest things I've ever heard about Electric Forest. Aziz Ansari, he actually has a skit about it on there. He
Yeah.
said he walked into Electric Forest. He never expected anything from it. You know what I mean? He's like, I
Yeah.
got invited, blah, blah, blah. I'll show up. He's like, I kind of listen to techno, like, not a whole lot. He's like, and I walk
Yeah.
in, I'm exploring the venue and shit. And he's like, there's these fucking trees, right? And like you walk up to them and you start smacking them. And they fucking start lighting up and making
Yeah.
all kinds of noise and music and shit. And he's like, this is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen. You know what I mean? So he says he walks away. He comes back later, like 6 hours later,
Yeah.
tripping face on mushrooms. And he's like, this is the greatest thing I've ever
exactly.
seen.
Yeah, you get it now.
It just killed me on the inside. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
man. But
Hell
I don't
yeah.
know. I feel like that's a bad stigma, for that kind of shit. Because,
Sure.
like, I'm going to be 100% honest. I listen to techno a lot for focus. Like, when
Yeah,
I'm doing
man,
something,
yeah,
like whether
yeah.
it's cleaning, especially, like, even, like, rap and jewelry and shit.
Yeah.
I love
yeah.
it for the focus. Like, I have
Yeah,
friends,
absolutely, yeah.
like, who literally go to bed to like a drum and bass. You know what I mean? Like 800 beats per minute.
Sets you off, man.
And I'm like, how are you sleeping to that, Angelo? And he's like, bro, this is so soothing.
Right, I'm
like,
good. Yeah, I'm good.
I love it. And then,
Don't
I
worry
mean, the
about it.
same thing you said in the very beginning of the show. You said, it brought you to a place like very, very like inside. Like I love, I mean, they call it like chill step. You know what I mean? But it's like slow ass dubstep. For instance,
absolutely.
Let It Be by Black Mill.
Yeah, bro. I knew you were gonna say.
Oh my God,
Black Mill.
that guy is just like takes me to a place where I'm like, wow, like long drives, just shitty day. You turn that on, man. It's soothing.
That's
what
it's
really
about. And when I put mixes together, it's exactly what I'm going for. Whether I want you to bang your head and just bleed out all the bullshit that you've been feeling recently, or whether I kind of want to uplift you emotionally and kind of take you on a journey, or maybe tell you a story about pain that I recently fucking felt in some way. You know what I mean? Like I play all kinds of genres. One of the things I haven't been doing recently is putting out mixes online. So I'm gonna kind of start doing that now.
I'm kind of stoked that you're giving us that opportunity.
Yeah, you're gonna release a new mix right now.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not right now. It's already it's on SoundCloud right now. I haven't put out a mix in quite a while. It's called ATAKUS.
Okay.
It's called ATAKUS mix.
I like that.
Yeah. Just I mean, we've always had our own sayings and sounds and shit. Yeah, throughout the days, you know what I mean. So these aren't really much different, just in an electronic form mixed together. So I decided to call it an ATAKUS mix, and these are just some of my favorite tracks from my favorite producers that I use in my sets. In the past, you know what I mean. Not so much recently, a little of them recently, but. I'm really excited. So, I hope you guys definitely check it out. I hope you enjoy it. It's dubstep, so it's heavy. It's in your face, so but it's pretty special to me. So.
I mean, we're definitely gonna be horning it out. If you guys want to check too after the show, we're gonna be having the link on there. It will be on the YouTube channel as well, so be sure to check it out. And
we're actually doing YouTube this week.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try my best, man.
We're like 10 episodes behind.
We're only 6 episodes behind.
Y'all need an editor.
Yeah, well, no, we got me. But I just went to driving school, and I just got my CDL on Wednesday. So I had a whole lot really holding me back. You know what I mean? I was working. I mean, even now, it's still like 12 to 13-hour days, and I'm like, come home, and I'm like, well, right now I'm currently on like a 30-day stream challenge from my buddies, so I come home, and it saved 2 hours a day to play video games.
Okay, yeah.
And it's been getting pretty popular, you know what I mean? But the editing's easy.
Games.
The hardest part, though, is just, uploading it to YouTube, because that's what takes so fucking long.
I can imagine,
I can edit the video, cut it, and then I can put it into dot waveform or dot MP4. And then from there, I'm like, okay, cool. That's like 20 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to upload a fucking, 30 gigabyte video to YouTube, and they're like, please come back tomorrow.
Yeah, right? Yeah,
You're like, oh my God.
How fast is your processor?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pushing 3.4 gigahertz, but that's not enough apparently for them. I don't know. Their processors are behind.
Oh, man, I can only imagine. Who knows?
So, do you feel like your knowledge of computers, like you said, you're an IT guy, obviously. Do you feel like that kind of really helped you in this scene?
I mean,
like, put it this way. You think a person with no knowledge of computers could come into this and just get into it as heavy or catch on as quick?
Not as quick.
Okay.
No, I mean, if you're computer savvy, that's definitely going to give you an edge, in some way. Especially if you're producing, you know what I mean? Like, producing's a bitch, and it takes a long time. You know what I mean?
Levels, I never thought would be a thing that, hurt me, but I'm like, wow, is this guitar really over my voice? And you turn it down, and then you play it back, and you're like, that's not enough.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Producing something else, man. I've ventured into it. I continue to venture into it. There's only so much time in the day, you know what I mean? And I don't know, me personally, like I've always focused more on mixing and DJing. I mean, like I said, you can only put your time, all your time in one place, you know what I mean? It's like, or you can do a little bit here, a little bit there, you know what I mean, and be a little good at everything, or I kind of wanted to be really good at one thing if I could, but I mean, that's up to other people to decide ultimately.
Jack of all trades, master of none, or the opposite.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Do you believe in the conspiracy theory that all of the DJs around the world release their shit under Marshmallow?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because that's something I heard last night. I'm like, are you serious?
Have you?
Because like
you
everyone in the
ever
world
released
just be like,
anything
I'm
under
a Marshmallow.
No?
No.
Damn it, dude.
I've eaten marshmallows while I've played.
I've never listened to Marshmallow, so I don't.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Have you ever played the game Marshmallow?
You've listened to Marshmallow and you didn't know it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a good chance. Just like
Yeah.
Dead Mouse.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to ask you about that. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
He's a completely different DJ, correct? Because he...
Oh, he hates being called a DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would definitely classify him as a
Yeah.
musician.
He-
I watched an interview with him.
Isn't he French or some shit?
It's Canadian.
Canadian?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically
French Canadian?
Yeah.
Lay
Yeah.
Canadian.
A lot of people don't like him, man. I respect him. He does his thing.
I really think he's sweet. I watched an
Yeah.
interview on him where he's got this fucking switchboard
Yeah.
where he literally makes analog noises by plugging in a fucking quarter-inch jack.
Oh, dude,
and
it's
pulling it out
it's
and then
it's the
putting in another
rawest form of making sounds
I
that
was-
you could possibly
Oh,
do.
I was so
yeah,
amazed. I
yeah.
was like,
and his studio's fucking unreal.
It's insane. There's a lot of money there.
Oh, dude,
Not
yeah.
even including in
He
the
built a
mess.
tower in his backyard just to get the type of internet that he needed. Like, they were like, "Yeah, we can't bring the speed you want to where you chose your beautiful home." So he's like, "Well, I'll build a tower in the backyard. Can you get it to me then?" They're like, "Yeah, okay, probably."
Oh my god, that reminds me. I don't know if you ever listened to Louis C.K. He said one of his biggest pet peeves are people like sitting there on their phone and they're like, "Oh my god, this fucking Verizon, man, this goddamn Verizon." He's like, "It's got to go to fucking space and come back. Can you give it like a second, like just 1 second?"
Right,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like you don't fucking
That's
like
funny,
it. Why don't you go
right.
fucking make your own then?
Yeah,
Why don't
yeah,
you go out
yeah.
in the fucking
Go
woods,
launch your own fucking
build a
satellite.
fucking tower and
Yeah.
get some fucking like car fucking rims and put them up there and shit. Like fuck you. Like yeah, that's sweet. He actually did it though. That's
No, yeah,
fucking
absolutely,
crazy.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
No,
my
definitely,
God.
man, definitely.
So
Definitely.
where do you see like the future of EDM going?
Oh God, I have no idea.
Because like
it's
I don't
here,
know.
man, and it's everywhere. And
If you look at where
I
it
don't
was,
know.
let's say what
Well, like
20 years ago.
20 years ago, it was pretty
Like
much
Yeah.
non-existent.
I mean, I've seen huge videos like from the 90s, like for
Yeah.
instance, like when Tiesto released a lot of shit. I mean, the stadiums in London were fucking packed
Yeah.
full of people. Like it was literally like a fucking wave of water, but they
oh
were
yeah,
humans,
it's
people
ridiculous.
going nuts.
The production of things these days is just off the fucking Richter. I mean, seriously, like it doesn't matter who you are or what type of music you're into. Like you go to places like Lost Lands and you experience that production, and it's gonna wow you. And if it doesn't, you should probably leave. I mean, it's that incredible. I mean, the time that goes into doing it, the creativity, I mean, all of it is just on another level. I mean, EDM shows really give you a stage production that you can't really experience at a lot of other type of music, shows and whatnot. So I think it's incredible.
So you'd have to say that.
mean-
I mean, aside from the DJs and everybody that's put together, like the background crew working to make
yeah,
that a
man.
thing.
I don't. I mean, I'm not like in the industry or anything. Like I'm just a local kid. You know what I mean? But I've consistently heard the work and just the effort that goes into just making that all together, and none of it's possible unless everybody collectively comes together and does their part. I
Like
mean,
Lost Lands in particular.
it sucks because the DJ usually gets all the credit, but
Yeah.
that's
Lost Lands
not
in
the case,
particular.
man.
There's
The
like,
DJ, the
what,
reality.
100-foot dinosaurs and shit?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
That
yeah.
putting those together, you know what I mean? That's
Oh yeah, they're all
even
like
fucking
made out of steel and shit.
yeah,
like,
electric
yeah.
forest. Like who put
It's
those
insane,
little trees
dude. Yeah,
together? You
absolutely,
know,
absolutely.
somebody really thought about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. No, I mean, like a lot of the the DJs usually get all the credit for stuff like that, but the reality it is like that DJ wouldn't be who they are if it wasn't for those people. You know what I mean? Especially your friends, man. Your friends are the ones that really push you to some type of another level. And if you don't have that type of support, you know what I mean, like it doesn't matter really how good you are, you know what I mean, like I think you're only gonna get so far, you know what I mean. You gotta have people supporting you
Yeah.
in one way or another. So
Whether it's
support your
family or
local,
friends.
yeah, man, family, friends, whatever. Support your local artists, whether you're a DJ, whether you're it doesn't matter what you are, like we're all in this together, and we need to continue to support each other.
That's one thing, like, I think we really try to drive through here because there's a lot of people, I mean, big name people that make it. And,
Yeah.
I mean, no offense to them, but sometimes I feel like their music is very subpar, and it got popular
Sure.
because of one song that
Yeah,
everybody
a lot
liked.
of shit's jammed down your throat these days.
Yeah.
You're like, I think I like this, but do I like that? I'm like,
Yeah, Kenny had mentioned,
God.
I think a couple episodes ago about the radio. They're like, hey, by the way, this is the new song by Five Finger Death Punch. 4 songs play. Hey, this is the new single by Five Finger Death Punch. 4 songs go by. Hey, this is it's like, I fucking get it. Like, I heard
wow,
it
yeah.
3
Yeah.
times on this drive.
I know, dude. Everything's so drawn out. You know what I mean? Like the buildup of everything. Like even in TV shows, you know what I mean? Like when you come back after a commercial, a lot of shows are gonna play the same fucking thing to you that you had just watched before the commercial. You know what I mean?
God.
It's all leading up to one specific moment that you want to see. You know what I mean on the damn
A
show.
lot of it is too is like that's why I'm so excited when I'm like when they're like, yeah, here's a hit from 1994. I'm like, holy shit, I've heard this forever.
Yeah.
Because all you've been playing is the new Five Finger Death
Right.
Punch.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Exactly what you were saying. I don't know if you ever watched the show Chopped, but they have like a container over top of the person's food to show who loses.
Okay.
And they're like, okay, and the person being chopped is, and then it goes to commercial break, and you're like,
yeah.
motherfucker,
Right. Yeah. No.
son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Then it comes back, and then
consistently,
like he just repeats himself,
Yeah.
and then pulls it, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh fuck.
I should do it on stage one time right before the drop.
Oh,
Just like
man.
cut it out and be like, no, a word from our sponsors.
Oh man.
Going back to Dead
Go ahead and
Mouse.
plug something real quick and then bring the drop in.
Going back to Dead Mouse. Who played before him? Who did Animals? Martin Garrix. He was playing at EDM or EDC, Electric Daisy Carnival, and
Playing the EDM.
yeah, he was playing at EDM. Oh wow, the music.
Yeah,
venue?
yeah.
No. Like he was
Yeah, I
playing.
heard a
at the
dubstep
genre.
song once. I think it was called Skrillex.
Well, he went out live, and Martin Garrix had played Animals, and everybody went fucking nuts about it.
Yeah.
And like he's like tweeting the whole time. He's like, he's gonna fucking play Animals. I know it. He's
Yeah.
gonna play Animals, and then like he played Animals. He's like, motherfucker. So he mixed something backstage.
Yeah.
Redid Animals, and on the drop, all of it was Old McDonald's Farm.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
do,
Right.
no bass, nothing, and the whole crowd's like, what?
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck?
It's
Like, I would have been raging,
like
dude.
you break people for a second.
Yeah, like that's sweet as shit, man.
I think I love when DJs troll the crowd.
trolling.
You can't
is
do it. You
amazing.
can't do it too much, but I love it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Facebook videos.
There's somewhat of a troll in my mix, by the way.
Yeah?
And yeah, you'll hear it.
There's a lot of Facebook videos I've seen. I can't remember the group name. It's two guys. They collab together, but they like, when's the bass gonna drop? Basically, and they're like they build it up and build it up and build
Right.
it up and build it up, and then they go back down here, and then like the drop never comes. Everybody's
Never.
getting ready, and they're
Right,
like,
yep.
what the fuck?
Yep. Never happens.
And then, like in my music writing experience, me and my old drummer, excuse me, a little bit of burpage here, but my
Little-
old drummer
You got that popper stopper. You're good.
Yeah, I'm trying my best. Yeah, it's like, did you guys hear that? It wasn't there. But we had wrote a song really shitty on purpose in the beginning. It was the intro. Like I even played the wrong notes.
Okay.
And it was like, but I was like,
Okay. Yeah.
and it was
right.
off time and shit. And
Sure.
Jake's over there on the drums fucking out and just way off beat and shit. And then all of a sudden we went doon 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 doon. And then we went and then it just went in and like because
Yeah.
we
It's
all,
an attention grabber.
we wrote it to play live. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I want to come out and people to be like, "What the fuck is it?
Yep.
Holy shit!"
Yeah, no, exactly.
You know, like,
yeah, yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah, let me
dude.
grab your attention real quick and then flip the fucking script on you.
Yeah, that's sweet, man.
Yeah,
I
fuck yeah.
feel that's
I do that shit when I mix all the fucking time.
that's an
man.
amazing thing to do.
Yeah,
man.
no, it really is. I mean, you get some type of vibe going, you know what I mean, and you start to get a. But I mean, cause I mean, me personally, like when I'm in the crowd listening to a DJ, like one of the things that I'm always doing is kind of trying to guess what's next in a way. You know, you can feel it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You can fucking feel it. So like when something comes in that you weren't expecting, but is really good at the same time, it's euphoric, man.
So
It's euphoric.
you as a person, I mean, you still go to shows all the time?
Yeah, I mean, I go to shows. I try to hit artists that I'm really big into. My life is busy as shit, and I don't know. One of the biggest things about me is like I don't often go out into the local scene. Like I do, but I don't consistently. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So like. The people that have booked me out there and the friends that I have, it's usually been because like they've either seen me themselves or they know I'm gonna provide. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna entertain. So shout out to anybody that has booked me before. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I haven't put mixes out for a while.
That's one thing I was going to mention.
You know what I mean? I just
he-
have it. I wanted you to come and watch me.
Yeah, he
'cause
told
I
me
kin-
before, like he hasn't actually dropped music for people to listen to. So people just come
Yeah.
out and book him. They're like, "Hey man, such and such said you're really good."
Yeah.
That's amazing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, it was kind of something that I wanted to prove to myself. I mean, because like in like the local DJ world, like you feel this type of pressure. Okay, like you should do this, and then you should do this, and then you should play on these because this is what everybody else is doing. And like to me, like I started this like grassroots. Like it wasn't here. You know what I mean? Like So like I kind of wanted to prove to myself a lot of things, and one of those things is that I wanted to play other places with other people on other lineups, like without really jamming myself down people's throats online. You know what I mean? And I think I've kind of accomplished that in the past couple of years. So now I'm really excited to be putting more stuff online and whatnot, and like kind of retiring some of the old mixes that I've been playing out and whatnot, and sharing that with people when they're bored. And shout out to anybody that takes their time out of their life to come out to a show and see a local scene. I mean, that in itself is incredible. Or if you take the time to sit down and listen to a mix that's 15, 30 minutes long, or even an hour, dare I say, like, that's incredible. I appreciate you. I love you and thank you. 'Cause again, like, life's fucking busy. Life's a bitch these days, and just the fact that you rearrange your entire life to come out, buy a pre-sale ticket, and really show your support and thoroughly enjoy yourself too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I think you said it best, man. Everybody's got to play. So
yeah, it doesn't matter how old you get. I'll say it again. It does not matter how old you get. Like, we all got to play. It's important. It's
Hell
important.
yeah.
I mean, me personally, for my own sanity. You know what I mean? Like, this domestication shit's a bitch.
yeah, dude. Right? I just want to go run wild in the woods and call it a day. Like, I'm tired of this.
And that's happening. That's consistently happening. Just find the right place.
Yeah, for sure.
It's accepted.
All right, man. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up then, if that's okay with you.
Yeah,
I mean,
cool.
you got anything else you really want to, put out there?
Cool.
I know we got some flyers over here.
Yeah, definitely. I
you got a
a
new show coming up with Ill Gates.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Liftoff tour.
Yeah, Ill Gates, the Liftoff tour. We're gonna be in Kent, Ohio, on January 25th. That's a Saturday night. A lot of great DJs on the lineup.
Just to name a few, you got Yak, Rogue Red, Chainsaw, Wada. I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead.
Clivch.
Oh,
CLVTCH. Clivch. I don't even know how to say that
I
one.
don't know.
We'll just call
Clutch,
that one.
I think.
Clutch?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad, dude.
I think the V is
My bad.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do
I
this
see it
thing in
now.
EDM where U's are V's now.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
kind of like the E's
I'm
being
guessing that's what
threes.
it is, yeah.
Like Leet.
Yeah, so we got him, myself.
You got Cum Drop. Ooh, that sounds exciting. That's enticing.
And
Can you imagine that bass drop? God, so many bitches are getting pregnant. That's going to be insane. The Cum Drop bass drop.
yeah,
Bam!
right, yeah.
9 months later, what happened?
Yeah, this next week before the actually was it next weekend, the 27th, Krampus Ball, the Ohio Burn Unit. I'll be playing there at the Krampus Ball, the Ohio Burn Unit. If anybody's ever, you might have seen the Ohio Burn Unit if you ever had some ventures at the Ledges. They'll be the group that's down on the beach in the middle of the night, burning all kinds of fire and lighting all kinds of shit on fire. Incredible group of people.
Poi blew my mind the first time I ever seen it. Like,
Oh yeah,
on
dude.
Fire Live.
Yeah.
I was like, holy
Yeah,
shit.
absolutely. And that's one of the biggest elements that's been going along with the Flow Syndicate. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for the Flow community, you know what I mean? I don't know if the Flow Syndicate would be what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
You
that's
guys,
all-
you guys have a whole lot of hoopers and
Oh
right?
yeah, man. The toys that people use are incredible. I mean, they impress me consistently. I mean, it's not just hoops. I can't
Yeah.
even name all the fucking things that they use, but they invent their own shit too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible.
I've always
They're like,
been a
I'm gonna
fan-
invent this prop, and then I'm gonna fucking invent the way to like do really cool stuff to wow you with it.
Yeah.
And to me, that's.
I've always
great.
been a fan of, I don't know the exact name of them, but they are literally, they're S's. And a guy will hold two of them in his hand and just spin them. And
Oh, yeah, yeah,
His hands
yeah.
will move, and they're still going.
Yeah, I have no idea
I
what
was
they
like,
are, and I
what
have so
the
many friends
fuck?
right now that are probably going, they're the yeah, like,
Yeah,
yeah.
You guys see that guy fucking spin
Yeah.
those light up S's? That was sick, bro.
yeah.
Like, that's what I'm going to say from now on.
man. Yeah.
All right, guys. So,
this has been fun, man.
Yeah, dude. I told you,
definitely-
man. It's so smooth. Like, as soon
Yeah,
as it
for
starts
sure.
out,
Yeah.
no pressure.
Yeah,
no
there's so
pressure.
much shit that I didn't get to touch on too.
Well,
You were right. Like we can fucking I could
Oh,
probably
yeah.
sit here all
Oh, yeah.
fucking
we
day
could,
and talk.
We could talk forever.
So,
what time is it now?
but,
I don't even know. 9:04.
Yeah,
so I say
yeah,
we're
for
definitely been
sure.
going for at least an hour. and
Yeah,
10
we're on
minutes.
time for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah, once again, man. On SoundCloud, I got my ATAKUSMs mix.
Can you go ahead and drop that link right now? Do you know it?
Sure.
It's soundcloud.com/
Atticus? I don't know the link. SoundCloud.com/DJ Atticus/ATAKUSMs mix, I believe. But we'll go ahead and we'll post the link in the comments here and whatnot. Now I'll be posting it too. Be sure to follow me on my Atticus page on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram. And be sure to come check us out at the Krampus Mall in Ill Gates. Like I said, not just myself, but there are so many incredible local DJs that continue to do their thing, continue to put all their fucking hard work in this shit day in and day out, and it means the world to fucking be partying with you guys.
I mean,
if
you guys,
come on
you guys,
out.
you guys got to look at this. Okay, so here's our flyer, right? And then look at the back. Bam, like completely different.
Yeah, different.
I
event.
thought that was sick as shit.
Yeah, that's a
You know what
good.
I mean?
That's a good buddy of mine, man.
That's a lot of production value right there. You know what I mean? Like that's
Sure.
crazy cool, man.
Sure. Yeah, we got printed pre-sale tickets, legit flyers. We're gonna go put around
So
downtown.
how much are
It's all
pre-sales
legit.
going for these ones?
Pre-sales are $20. If you're looking for a pre-sale, it's gonna be $25 at the door.
Okay.
Pre-sales
Is there
are $20. You know?
a total limit there for everything? I mean, like cap wise.
Oh, you mean for the venue?
Yes.
I don't know. I think it fits 300.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
and like it took a lot of work to make that event happen too. I mean, like I kind of came in on it last minute. There was a DJ that was playing on it, and he wasn't able to play, so I'm kind of filling in. You know what I mean? In a way. So I'm really happy to be a part of it. But I've done parties with these guys for a while. You know, they've been doing all kinds of really cool stuff around Cleveland and Akron and whatnot. And it's just it's really cool to be collabing with them and continuing the journey. So yeah, come check us out at the Krampus Ball in Cleveland. You can I'll make sure I have all those links and whatnot in the comments. And thank you again for having me out, man. I hope to come back sometime and we'll bullshit some more.
Dude, please. Also, we got to go ahead and shout out the merch. Check out this fucking hoodie.
Yeah, man. I fucking...
Yeah, check out the back. Go ahead, stand
We
up.
even got the beanies. We got the fucking
Yeah,
coasters, stickers.
We got a sick-ass fucking beanie over here that we got gifted to us. It's going to go up on the wall for sure. Definitely on the head for a couple times.
Yeah, and honestly,
some
like
stickers.
that's always been a way of me saying thank you. Like
We got some coasters. Like, look at this shit, man. This is sweet.
Yeah,
you know?
I usually give this stuff out, man, to my friends. Like it means the world
Well,
to
we
me.
we definitely got a shirt
So,
coming for you guys.
Cool, man.
Both of you,
Rock
you know
on.
what I mean? So,
Rock on.
we love to trade, man. That's awesome. So, cheers
cheers
to that.
Cheers to you guys. I'm gonna pour one more here.
Oh, fuck yeah, man.
And I want to have
we
a little
should-
toast with you.
We should all do a little one. Come on, Kenny.
Thank you to everybody
Come
who
on, Kenny.
Oh, jeez.
Thanks
All right.
everybody that hung out with us and
Yeah, we had
watched us bullshit,
I think
yeah.
in average the whole time we had still right now we have 10 viewers. We've been
yeah.
live for
Shout out to all you guys.
hour
Hope
and
you guys
11
are having a
minutes.
good night. Happy holidays to all of you. Thank you once again.
So like we said, what is that? January 20th?
January
25th.
25th. Yeah, January 25th. I mean, you can always follow my page on Facebook. I mean, Facebook's fucked up with its algorithms, you know that. Like it's
Yeah.
hard. It's hard to actually see any types of pages, whether it's your actually personal page. So make sure you check me out, ATAKUS on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram, but I'm always keeping up to date with my events. I'm always adding them to my page. So if you're ever looking to come out, enjoy yourself, have a good time, maybe just check out something different. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Just come and experience something different. Embrace that stigma.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Embrace that stigma and enjoy yourself. So cheers.
All right, man.
Cheers.
My dad always says, "Cheers to fire, not the kind that ignites and burns down shanties, but the kind that excites and brings down." peace."
Yeah. Cheers. Happy holidays.
All right,
So
boys.
smooth.
Well, that's the show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will definitely see you guys. Let's say next week. We may have Shane Munnell is going to be coming on. Manel. He's going to be doing a lot of solo stuff aside from his Plinko, and you can also catch him in the Tyler Jenkins Trio. And they are currently playing acoustic sets out, and just going to see what he has to do. I know he just picked up a looper, and he's been doing a lot of shit online, so excited to see what's going on with that. So tune in. I know we haven't had guests on in a little while. We apologize. Shit fell through with the metal band we were supposed to have on, but dude, we got your boy over here. You know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
man, I'm really happy to be here. So you guys will be hearing a lot more from me, online. And
Yeah,
whatnot,
go
but
check him out. Go check out ATAKUS on Facebook. He's on Instagram.
I definitely want to come out.
SoundCloud DJ ATAKUS. Just go check him out.
Yeah, man, SoundCloud is where the new mix is for sure. Atticusm's mix. Go check that out. It's about 30 minutes long.
All right, guys.
Bye-bye.
We'll keep it classy. And
Yeah, man.
Kenny, you got anything you want to say?
Appreciate.
Appreciate,
Yeah.
bro. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Take care, guys.